Good evening guys and welcome to X-Plane 11. So today we are flying from Athens and making our way up to Lappeenranta. So fun fact, Lappeenranta being a city I actually went to last summer. Didn't quite fly there, I had to go to Helsinki and went via, but the actual city itself, Lappeenranta, absolutely love that place, absolutely love it. So yeah, very excited to fly there today. And today should be quite a good flight. I mean, no traffic really in the way, so that won't cause much of a problem for me. But other than that, 37,000 feet, make sure that everything is set up. And yeah, so go through the aircraft setup and whatnot. Since it is quite late in the day, the aircraft will have presumably flown a few routes already, so we'll go through the turnarounds checklist, go through all of that. And then flight itself should be about 3 hours 50 minutes long, so it's certainly not a short flight, this one. I'll be flying this for most of the evening, but other than that, should be quite a good one. Make sure the stream has gone live. Yes, it has. Got the chat window so I can see what you guys are saying. There we go. All looking good. Alright, so let's go through the main aircraft setup. I'm going to want to start up smart cars. Start that. Project flight. Start you. Close you. Minimize you. That will keep away. Chat's now loading up. And Squawk Box probably should have connected this earlier, but hey, we are 119. Whoops, 119 Golf was it, or 991 Golf? Ryanair 117 Golf even. Sorry, that's fine. And we'll set our Squawk Box, send flight plan, and our routing today. Let's get over all of that. That's from my Luton to Athens flights. Echo LGAV to EFLP. Echo Foxtrot Lima Papa Lappeenranta. Their alternative being Turku EFTU. Has my chat come up? I don't think so. If not, we'll have to try and find an alternative, which would be annoying, but doable. Alright, so 370 will be our cruising altitude today. Departure time will be 19:05, but actual arrival time was 3 hours 50 minutes on flights, 440 on fuel on board. Copy the routes up, paste it there, and send. Yes, it's a fairly long route to fill in today. I'm not saying compared to others, but I'm not expecting much to happen to me. Chat window is not running, which is very annoying. Are you guys actually here? The answer is yes. Welcome Ahmed and Adil. Welcome you both. How are you doing today? I do apologise. I cannot see what people are saying right now. I'm trying to figure out alternative after departure. Probably stick a new window in or something. I will say restream chat, which is the chat option I use, has not been very useful these last couple of weeks. So it may just be best I try and use something like Streamlabs or something. Chat open, nothing. Right, so departing from LGAV. Welcome Adil, yes, welcome to stream. How are you doing today? How are you doing? EFLP. Company routes you won't do it. We'll do it in manually, since that's how it does in the that's how it works in real life. Flight number, we are FR. Where's our flight number? It's quite something like 4149, isn't it? Double check. It's never hurts checks. Yes, Foxtrot Romeo 1419. Plug that in. WX LGAV. Departure runway today. Broken 025. It's quite low clouds. 3 knot winds variable. So I believe it will be runway to our left, just behind us. Because that's how it usually goes here at Athens. So if we just quickly rush down to here and grab the number. In the least professional way of doing it, we should probably use a chart, but hey, that'd just be the sensible way of doing things. I believe it's 2-2. 2-1, does that say? Yeah, 2-1 left. Plug that in. In it sets. Go for our fuel on board. So weight and balance. That should probably actually be enough fuel. No, needs a lot more. 12,000. Hang on, 12,564. Whoops, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? Right, so left tank, right tank full. 12,585. That will do. Apply changes, and while we're at it, bring up the ground handling vehicles. Joining as a flight observer. No worries, man. No worries. Glad that you're here. Welcome to stream. Welcome to chat. Right. So yeah, bring up all the vehicles we usually go for. Make sure that the exits are open. So passengers may boards. And then, hang on, all doors are locked. The reason you are locked is because the logo light is on. It's not the fuel pumps, is it? Parking brake set. Our chock set. Oh no, because we're on terminate flight leg. That's fine. Open. Open and open. Right, back to FMC. Let's get this all plugged up. So reserves 1.1, standard Ryanair fuel. Cosnex 23 and cruising at 370. Average winds tonight are 215 at 016. Set that and execute it. N1 limits at the cell and takeoff. We'll do that after we set up the departure. Right, now go through the legs, bring it back. Sorry, route, bring it back. Now go through the painful process of plugging this all in. So it's vRYR. Hang on, sorry, it's two vRYR. vRYR. Then it's to chorus via UG33. So UG33 to chorus. Then it's UN133 to Avivi. N133 to Lomos. N1, no. Yes, again, N133 again. To Vassis. Next page. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. Then it's N133 again, so taking a long stretch this one. To Narca. Narca with a K. It's directs to Parrot. Directs to Keked. Kekt. Oh gosh, Kekt. Directs to Podan. M857 to Boksu. M857 again to Balti. So this will be when we're over the Baltics, so most likely Estonia. M611 heading to Earlot. T73. Oops, Tango 73 to Ratsmu. Yankee 358 to Arlon. And that is our routes. So yeah, that's a fairly long one, but that should be alright. There's departure, 2-1 left on the Neville 1 hotel departure. Preferably on the 1 Yankee, but 1 hotel's fine. and init ref, set our flaps 10 degrees departure, center of gravity set, or 3 V speed set. We're rotating at 137. Yeah, so destination is Lappeenranta in Finland. Lappeenranta. It's a new route from Ryanair, just as part of their summer service. Let's see what size is now fueled up. Yeah, new route to their summer schedule. And it first flew, I think, like 4 days ago. So it very much is a new one for them at the moment. It's done it before from Athens, but then they stopped it due to the fact that it is a seasonal. Anyways, I want to get rid of the ground handling. There it is. So you can go. And probably get rid of you as well. The main stairs stay for a little bit longer. Forward cargo close. Let's bring it up on the left hand side tablets. We'll pre-plan the pushback, but it won't move just yet, since it's always good to kind of get this stuff early.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Thank you. And now if we go to Avi tab, airports are at LGAV. Searching for EFLP. There you go, Lappeenranta. That's the one I'm actually quite concerned about, due to the fact that it is quite icy and wet out there. But at the same time, Lappeenranta does have one of the widest runways I've certainly seen in Europe, so that won't cause much of a hassle for me. TCAS sets, 1 to 2.8, that's all fine. I don't think there's any active tower here. Although it's always good to double check. No. Adria Centre, and then 2 unrelated airports. I'll double check how far that centre covers us. Go to Project Fly Map, go to Radar. Look at that sim. This is Athens. Here we go, the chat options that come up, so I can actually see what you guys are saying now. Thank you very much. That's our syndicate's time. Perfect, so there we go. Now you guys should see the chat on screen. Increase my aviation knowledge. No worries, man. No worries. Always happy to chat. Right, so just set the map, and there is no active frequency within our area. We are alright to fly out of Athens on Unicom. So it's good. Since it is flying at night, I shall increase some lighting in the cockpit. So background light goes up a bit, along with a bit of flood lighting. Main panel lightings go up. Yeah, that's all fine at max. Down the left here, flood lights go up, say most of the way actually, and panel brightness goes max. Oops. Nah, the X-Lane mouse wheel. As much as I like the X-Lane camera, the scrolling is sometimes a bit of a pain. Right, panel lights up, circuit breaker, doesn't really matter, never use it. And that is that. Magic lights are Xions, that's fine. Anti-icing sets required, that's all fine. All bleeds are off. Now I start up the APU, so that comes on. Needle moves. We'll now get rid of the stairs since we're ready to disappear, so that can all drive away now. Ground services, remove chock, doors now close. And then GPU will disconnect once the aircraft is ready to go. So now switch off the dome lights, leave on the cockpit nighttime lighting. Once the APU is ready to go, which should be in a couple of seconds, since that's now just stabilising, we'll run power onto the aircraft, and then with that, we'll then be able to start thinking out pushing back and leaving Athens for probably next time, last time for a little while, to be fair. As much as I like Athens, it's not somewhere I fly to quite often, just due to the fact that the flight here is very long, I will say. 3 hours and something, actually goes to 4 hours and something minutes from London. Although that is a flight I'll be doing in the real world in a couple of weeks when I do go to Lemnos, one of the Greek islands, for my 20th birthday. Right, that's all set. We're now on APU power. Doors are secure. So that's 237. APU bleed on while I'm up here, and sets this to 37,000 feet. Perfect. Heading doesn't matter. Speed set. Auto throttle armed. Do not really actually require until we turn the engines on. That's fine. Make sure the exit is closed. Yes, it is. Right, we are now ready for pushback. So back to the panel. Better pushback request.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Navi tab, airport information, LGAV. Double check the weather here. QNH1002 is the important number I need right now. That's all set. Should set on the other side as well. And yeah, that's the last one we need. Clouds are at 100 feet, so that's what we'll need to keep an eye out for during turbulence. But due to the fact that it is night time, I don't think the cloud cover is going to be much of a hassle for us, let's be honest.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Ready to connect, that's fine. Just set my departure. It goes farther south of Athens, but that's fair enough. There we go, pushback target is now connected, the aircraft gets lifted. And we are ready to go. Fuel pumps are set as required. AP is active, which is fine. See what signs are on.
And bypassed and inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released. So, as always, starts up with engine 2.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Hang on, start with the actual engines first. Probably not go straight to the fuel valve. Engine 2 active. And once that ticks over, any second now, engine 1, we can now start up. Engine 1 active. So wait for both to be at full power and stable. We'll then set the bleeds, turn off the APU, and make our way out. Aging there. FS Labs A320 Airlines. Bear in mind the FS Labs teams are from Greece. And very much on P3D, not FSX. Sorry, not X-Plane. Right, engine bleeds on, APU bleed off, APU. Oh gosh, nope. Quickly bring it onto the aircraft power. There we go. A slight hiccup. Packs on. We should be alright as long as the aircraft knows where it is, hasn't lost its position. Which it hasn't. We are absolutely alright. We have traffic. Aircraft is approaching. 2-1 right. Yeah, so you're arriving 2-1 right, which means we're departing 2-1 left. Aircraft near me I should be wary about, at least know his location. There you go. Olympic Airlines 638, Olympic Airlines 755. They're both on FSX for P3Ds, so they're floating.
Complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake sets.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
It's fine. It flaps down to 10. And I'll do a quick flight surfaces check. So set you to system. Yeah, because responsive. And rudder is absolutely fine. Yeah, I've got wheels, disconnects and hand signals. Back to engines. Yeah, that's all fine. So as soon as the pushback target now disconnects from us, we'll announce that we are ready to taxi. Make sure our lights as required are on.
Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Right, LGAV traffic, taxiing runway 21 left. That's what I'm going to say, because I don't quite know the taxi layout here. Right, on left, the co-pilot will be able to see the hand signal. There we go. Parking brakes off and throttles up. So I need to make a left on the second taxiway. And then follow that right up to the end of the runway. So should be fairly parallel from this point on. Taxi lights will turn on just for the sake of actually being able to see where I'm going. Probably come in handy. Yeah, so the runway is just to my right. Traffic, start up and push back from Bravo 5. Yeah, so basically the two Olympic airlines I presume are in a convoy set up. We stay out together, they're both flying the same destination and are just within the area. I do love the fact that the runway here does curve downwards to go up again, as long as the entire land here, so it doesn't mean accelerating from a standstill is very good when we go downhill. But landing also downhill as well can sometimes make it a little bit trickier than some. But when I landed here last time, so I had to get here from one way or another, landing here actually wasn't that bad, I will say. Athens isn't the most difficult airport to land at. There are certainly more like bendy runways that go into God knows what direction. Those ones can be a little bit more challenging, but no, this one's not too bad. I mean, you think about Luton Airport actually, it's quite a good example. Yes, it's a London airport, but perched on the side of a cliff, and if you're coming in from the south, then good luck, because you have got a 10-degree slope minimum to deal with going up there. Going a little fast. This is Ryanair, so speedy taxi is the cheapest way of doing things. Now, bearing in mind aircraft are currently landing on 21 right, we shouldn't need to be dealing with any landing aircraft. But this is VATSIM, so we have to double check all this stuff as well before we do depart. Right, so we'll take the first one. Hold position at the hard point here. Delta 1, 2. Right, let's have a look. No one's coming to land, so departing runway 21 left. LGAV Landing lights on. Runway turn off lights on. Taxi lights off. APU make sure it's off. Auto brake sets to rejected takeoff. Auto throttle arms active. And everything else is ready to go. Let's get out of it. Throttle up. Turn onto the runway. Definitely looking good, I will say. The night lighting. Engine's up 50%. Both engines stable. Maximise throttle set to N1.
knots.
80 knots. Both engines are fine. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Pitch nose about 20 degrees. $1,000. Flaps up 1.
1,000.
Okay, 1,000 now, fair enough. VNav, LNav set. Bring on autopilot. Lock the landing gear. Brakes clear. And flaps up to 5. There you go, starting left turn now. Now slowly making our way to Finland. So we're actually be heading south for a couple of moments. A couple of seconds even. Before we do head up to the north into the right direction. Welcome Shock Kiev, how are you doing today? Welcome to stream, welcome to chat. Hope all is good. Right, flaps are back. Oof, you're so lonely. Plus people take off. Don't worry, man, I'm sure you ain't lonely. I'm the loneliest one on the planet, don't you worry, man. You are probably quite far from that title. There you go, passing through the clouds now. That's passenger view. I mean, not really too much to look at now because we are above the clouds and we are on the coast. So at this point we are probably flying over the water right now. We've got a left hand coming up very shortly. And now bring us en route to Finland. I'm not bad, I'm not bad. Back from Norway quite recently, did that last weekend. And it's just been a long week of work really, basically. Had to do an event last weekend here in London, so planned all that out, did the events. Today was quite relaxed actually. I only did a half day at work, so that's always appreciated. And then later on we'll do a proper day again. Right, so we should be doing left hand. Okay, left hand's in a moment. Sometimes I know that some departures can be a little bit funny. But as it stands, this one looks like it will make the turn without any hassle. I know Dublin, for some reason I can't seem to ever depart out of it correctly. I mean, sometimes they go a little bit off route, but nothing too major. There you go, left hand being made. Right, departure went well, all looking good. We're in the air. You got Orbex Great Britain South, very good add-on. Very much recommend Orbex South, England. Great Britain even, South Great Britain. It's a very nice one, very well detailed. Scenery looks fantastic. I do like Orbex, and especially since they came to X-Plane and finally put their beef with, what's his name, out to the sides. What's his name, Austin Meyer. They've done very well, they've done very well. There you go, aircraft coming on to one right. So you're coming into land, currently installing. Yeah, it's a long install. Make sure that when it's done installing, check the order of the files, because sometimes it can be a little bit of a mess. So you want to go ABC in explain scenario config. It's basically going to text and mess around with that. It's just basically changing the order of the files. But once you've done that, it really is the most stunning add-on I've at least ever seen in Explain. At some point I do want to complete the entire UK collection, but it certainly ain't cheap doing it south, central and north. Bear in mind I do fly mostly in the south. The main reason why I went for that one, just because it's the bit we do normally fly through. Welcome Adrianic, how you doing today? How you doing? Hope all is good. Only downside just the GTA 5. Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, I've not really played GTA in a little while. It's a good game and all, but it's been a little while since I last properly sat down and played it. Can I fly to Stansted? Stansted to Covera? Whereabouts is Covera? Stansted to Covera. To America. Or is it Murica? Muritsa? I've never been able to pronounce that place, but yeah, it's a Ryanair route, so I don't see why not. I mean, bear in mind this month, April, I'll be going to Bilbao for a weekend. Definitely interesting to see if I try grab a couple of Spain flights in while I'm there. Make sure I actually set my altimeter correctly before I forget. And make sure my landing lights are off as well, since we are above 10,000 at this point. Not paying full attention there, my fault. But not a problem one, really. Oh boy, how much? No. Yeah, passing through 20,000 now. Speed's fine, route's fine. We're making a left-hand turn, and therefore we'll now be leaving the Athens area. Passenger Escobar with a special meal. I don't know about you guys, but I've always found that to kind of kill the immersion a little bit. If there's a way to remove it, I'd find it. I'd find it. Yes, this is a 3 hours and 50 minutes long flight, so about 4 hours, yes. Long. It's not that bad, I don't think. I've definitely done a couple of long ones before. Yeah, all files converting. They need to extract them. They need to put them all together. It's a long process installing Orbex South. Don't you worry. It'll take a couple of minutes. We're from 200 to 29 gigs. Yes, it's a massive download as well, don't worry. I'm surprised to be fair when I installed it myself, I actually had any space left on my hard drive. It is not a quick one to go for. It's not quick, it's not small, takes forever and makes your sim load so slow, it's unbelievable. But it's worth it when you fly in the UK for sure. Alright, passing through 28,000, 9,000 feet to go until we reach cruising altitude. Another 9 flight levels. Yes, from outside. Got a few lights from the Greek islands just below us. But besides that, nothing else really going on in the area. Heavy tab, maps, zoom out. Yeah, so we're over the water. Next time we hit land, we'll still be in Greece. Heading towards Bucharest. No, Ukraine, Poland. Yeah, okay. Where's Bucharest? Nowhere near there. I don't know why I even said that. Yeah, so we fly over the water a little bit. Back over Greece. Before heading over Ukraine. Estonia. Latvia is there as well. What country is that? I can't believe I'm actually having to ask that question. What country is this bordering Poland by Warsaw? Despite the fact I am half Polish, shows how much I really know the geography here in Eastern Europe. But, yeah, let's have a look what country this is. Belarus, of course. So we got our flight plan taking us over Greece, over Bulgaria, over Romania, Moldova, I believe we go over as well, Ukraine, Belarus, they cut to the left a bit over Lithuania and Latvia, over Estonia, so we basically cover every single country and route heading north. Now question is, do I leave the dome lights on, or do I turn it off? Just have a nap instead. I might probably turn down this lightness as well actually. Just don't quite need it as much. Light hint of it will do. Another couple of minutes. I'll then start up writing a script for a video I'm planning very soon. I won't say what one it is, but let's say that people have been requesting this one for months now. Even years actually, I will say, maybe 2 years they've been requesting it. And finally, I'm probably going to do it, ready for restart. Welcome Harry Stream, how you doing today? How you doing? Orbeck Central covers just north of Wolverhampton, right up to the Scottish border. So south is south of England to Wolverhampton, it's Wolverhampton to Scotland, and then north is just all of Scotland. Welcome Antonis to the stream, how you doing today? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats. just passed from Athens. Currently en route to Lappeenranta in Finland. So yeah, Greece to Athens, Greece to Finland. So it's not a short route, but a fun one to go through. Okay, where I live in Central, I want it to be so like south. How long's the flight? Flight tonight is 3 hours and 50 minutes, so about 4 hours given departures and arrivals coming into this. 4 hours. So right now we're just very much navigating to head north over the water still. And we'll be for a couple of minutes before we do currently go en routes back onto the north. Winds right now though, blowing to the right slightly. Mean that they won't quite be optimal for the first part of the flight, first half of it I'd say. But then once we're over Poland, we then make a right hand turn, which does make us slightly better for the wind, so you kind of see it here actually. Gets to a VV for making a right hand turn, and then things get a little bit more stable for us. Do you use Author for XP at all? Yes, I do. Yes, anywhere that I fly to quite a lot, which doesn't have any like Orbeck scenery, usually within Europe. Yes, I will use Ortho for it. Right, so I'm kind of just thinking in my head how I'm going to plan this video, because like I say, I'm going to start up a script today. I'll start writing it tonight, probably finish it off tomorrow. Ready for it to be recorded on Wednesday. Slightly annoying, because I do need to uninstall quite a few things to get it working. But trust me, it's something that everyone's been almost begging, I guess, for years now. And people better watch it when I upload it. They better. I'm not wasting my time for nothing. Nah, it should be quite a good one actually. I'm quite excited for it. And yeah, I'll see how things go. I'll have to make sure my pronunciation's better this time, that's for sure. Because apparently people could not understand me in the last video either. Especially if there's a sale coming along as well. That'll be the, I guess, optimum time to kind of upload it. I mean, how many views did my PMDG versus Zibo video gets. It wasn't that many, given the circumstances, but if I can find it in my video list, that would be a good way to do it. I might just search it on YouTube quickly. What game is this? This is X-Plane 11. This is X-Plane 11. Find the Zibo 1037. If it's night vision, you guys see it a little bit easier. Okay, not really. But yes, find the Zibo 1037 from Athens to Finland. Passengers at this point, it's probably not really doing too much. Just enjoying the flight so far. Fairly quiet, fairly simple. Just sit back, we've got a few hours to go. I personally would probably be trying to sleep right now. He's just got my eyes closed and resting a bit. Right, my PMDG vs Zibo video got 3.4k views. Okay, it's not the most in the world, but certainly more than I was expecting. Although the guy on Simulation Channel Deluxe uploads it at the same time, got plenty more views. Yeah, at the end of the day, when it comes to flight sim, I'm certainly not the most viewed ever. But I get a few views coming in. Have you had Ryanair stop flights going to cargo? They haven't stopped every flight. Right, so right now, because of schedule changing, from November, Ryanair will stop flying. What was it? They fly 4 times a day from London to Edinburgh. They're going to cut that down to 3 flights a week. And they currently fly 3 times a day from London to Glasgow. And they're going to cut that, sorry, 3 times a day from London to Glasgow. They're cutting that down to 3 times a week as well. So they haven't stopped all flights. They've just cut down the number of it because they compete with EasyJet on those exact routes, including the airports. That means that they aren't exactly the most profitable. And due to the fact that they're having issues with their fleets management at the moment, due to the fact that the Maxes aren't being delivered to them, then yeah, they are not getting that much going on at the moment. Movements are very much been stuck for them, so they're not ending any flights. They're just cutting down the frequency of them. Game people have been begging you for. Like I say, that'll be revealed on Friday. I'll most likely be uploading that on Friday. Yeah, when it comes to X-Plane 11, I'm very much towered over and dwarfed by Simulation Channel Deluxe, Flight Deck 2 Sim. He's the real world 737 pilot, who's actually pretty good to watch. I do enjoy some of his videos. You've also got Captain Canada as well, very good streamer, a lot better than I am for sure. Chewy, of course, and Matt Davies. And who else? Those are the main ones, really. There are a couple channels as well out there who do also kind of tower over me. I'm certainly not that well viewed, let's say that. There are definitely a lot more channels out there that are doing a lot better than I am. I may just do this for the fun of it, really. And as much as I like to make a career out of this, it's very much unviable. Got to be realistic with my plans, which I do a proper job in digital marketing, social media management and all that. Anyone big streaming right now? For sex is Dear Kadorka streaming right now. Yeah, he does a bit of P3D himself. Valdude's doing, oh god, Valdude's, he's the craziest repainter I've ever seen. If you haven't seen him yet, Valdude, seriously check out one of his videos. I can't keep up with him, he's just a mess. Ryanair Maxes, what seat config will they have? They've already announced that they're going to go for a 197 seats in an all economy. Ryanair do not do business or first class or premium economy. They are just an entirely economy airline. So they'll fit 197 seats into their 737 MAX 200. You would be playing FSX right now, but the frame rate's really bad for Windows 8s. Yes, FSX can sometimes be a very very much an elephant in a room when it comes to like requirements and what you need to get it all going. There are definitely better sims out there for their room management. Right, let's get Google Docs open. And let's start writing down this article. Not article, sorry, it's script. Although, when I do this script, it will most likely be in the form of an article. That could end up on flights.com as well later, actually. We'll see. Right, so docs.google.com. Yeah, I'll do this in... Actually, I'm going to do this in Edge. As much as Edge is a vanilla browser, it certainly is the easiest to manage. So this takes up absolutely no RAM, no space. Try to my password now would be helpful as well. Yeah, I do like using Edge in the background of my live streams just because of the fact that it is a very, very simple browser to run. Alright, that'll do. No, I need to do that. That's what I want. Ooh, there you go. For those who know my channel a little more, that intro there is very much what I'm doing. Alright, so these are the categories. I might do a few more than that actually. Quick drink of water. Right, let's see how I can do this one. Question is, do I go for... it's twice the workload. If I can leave it overnight, it's going. Yeah, I could probably do that as well. Right, so I've got 2 videos planned in my mind. Whether I can pull them off, let's see. Yeah, so if I now look at my flight plan, estimated time of arrival is 22:23 ETA. That's on Zulu, so 23:23. I've got about 2.5 hours to landing. 2.5 hours. Language quality, scene, night, stability, custom flights. Let's see what other people are actually saying. What do they want to see? So that would be way to vet as well. Make sure I get as much of the people in this as possible. Mods, FSX, original. That's a third idea. I'm gonna go for that one as well. Yeah, that's fine then. So I'll go through the basic same setup as well, because price is not the most important here. Alright, so we've got Ryan Takeoff up now. And that puts us on to the route heading to the east, which means the wind will be much more appropriate for us right now. And we'll be able to get to Finland, I guess, ever so quicker now. So if I look at my ETA, and that'll slowly tick down, we could actually arrive there quite early in comparison to what I think will be the case. What actually happens when we do come into land. But the earlier I am, I guess, is the better. Then as a pilot, the less I'm paid because we're in the air a little less. So, yeah, there's always ups and downsides to this sort of stuff. There are always ups and downs. Okay, that's the first bit done. That's that. Hopefully, like I say, it will get a few people interested, but in time will tell what both these will give us. Yeah, so we've certainly seen a nice jump in the flight time so far. I'll definitely pick up quite a few minutes. In the because the winds are definitely starting to help us now. If it keeps this way, then we could land potentially even maybe half an hour early, which is very good for any Ryanair flight, let me tell you that for a fact. But as it stands, we're making very good time, gaining quite good ground here over Central Europe. are. Not many are. Yeah, so flying from Athens to Lappeenranta, city I went to last summer, probably one of my favourites. I did thoroughly enjoy myself in that country last summer. So are you from Lappeenranta yourself? Puhum Suomea? Yeah, welcome to the stream, welcome to chat, how are you doing today? Ah, you're from Espoo, okay. Yeah, so from me, last year I went to Helsinki, took this train via Turku into Lappeenranta, stayed there for a week, went back to Helsinki, and then went back home, but I'll likely be back in Finland again next winter. Probably spend Christmas and New Year's with a couple of friends out there. No, you are right. Lappeenranta ain't exactly the biggest city in the world with much going on there, so I just spotted that with first Ryanair, at least with Ryanair in general. The summer service started to Lappeenranta from Athens. I believe they also fly to Milan, and they fly from Milan, Thessaloniki, and Berlin this time of year. And yeah, I thought I'd just do a flight tonight. We are over halfway now, I believe. I'm probably... Nope. 22:23. We've got about an hour until landing, it tells me. 1 hour. Could be a little longer than that, actually. We'll see. At the end of the day, as it stands, you are coming in to land fairly early. See what minutes we can gain once we do the touchdown. Finnish canal boats? I don't remember riding a canal boat, to be honest. I did all the main ones. I did train, metro, Kerata ring line, trams, and boats out to Suomenlinna, but I never rode a canal boat. So either I must have said something without realising it, or yeah. But no, canal boats was never anything I rode on while I was out there last time. That's how you described it in the comments. It might have been at the time when I was saying Helsinki water taxi as riverboats. That may be what you're referring to. But canal's not a word I don't think I've used. I mean, the only canal I really know much of in Finland about is the Lake Saimaa Canal, which connects Lake Saimaa to the Baltic Sea in Russia. But yeah, it might have just been when I was miscalling the water taxi as riverboats, which is when that video came out. So it was the last of my Helsinki videos. How do you remember a comment you were like 6 months ago? It's not that difficult, really. I mean, I do remember a lot of what I write online, especially as my job is around digital marketing, social media, and online presence. I really need to be quite careful with what I say online, just in case I cross any boundaries or say something apparently wrong. So yeah, it's usually quite good to kind of just keep things in mind. Be mindful of what you say and try and keep yourself going within some normal kind of limitations and whatnot. Yeah, I remember for a little while I was talking about Helsinki Riverboat, Helsinki Riverboat, Helsinki Riverboats. But then I remember, or at least I think it was you actually who kind of corrected me on that, saying Helsinki doesn't have any rivers, so it can't really be a riverboat. Yeah, it was a water taxi, not a riverboat. So I took one of the private ones rather than like the cheap nationalised ferries. Although yes, I do now know that Finland's now trying to privatise their railways. All I can say is don't. Have you seen how bad UK railway systems are? They ain't great, that's for sure. No good will come from privatising a railway, Finland. Especially as I just bought the ultra rare Roku VR SR2 model as well, HO scale, in VR green. So by doing that, you'd also make that model completely redundant, which is a shame because only about 10 of these were ever made. So yeah, don't do this to me, Finland. Don't do this to me. You have good memory, and yes, to correct some of the fact Helsinki doesn't have rivers. Need to go have fun through. No worries, man. No worries. Good talking to you again. And yeah, hope you do stick around in the future. Like I say, I will try and get back to Finland again this winter. Let's say across Christmas and New Year. So it'll likely be December 19th to December 19th to January 5th. I'm there this time. And yeah, I'll see if I can try and do like a couple more videos while out there. Maybe a couple of vlogs try to finish like negative 20-degree snowy winters. God, that's going to be something I'm not looking forward to say the least. But no, it should be quite a lot of fun. It should be quite a lot of fun. I'm now accustomed to deep snow. I went to Norway last week and they still got a bit of snow in Oslo and whatnot. So that I got used to. But nah, one day I'll go find somewhere with a proper cold or snowy winter. Nah, good talking to you, man. Hope to see you again in the near future. So in about 50 miles, making a right hand turn. And that puts us right onto a tailwind, which will just push us the rest of the way all the way to Lappeenranta. We aren't now looking too far away from our destination. Okay, we are looking fairly far from our destination, a lot further than I'm expecting. Where actually are we on the map? That'll be the best way to kind of tell where I am. We are flying over Budapest. Okay, so yeah, we are not too far away now from Czech Republic. Once we are over Poland, that gives us maybe, yeah, over Poland we'll be halfway into this flight before making our way to Finland for the final bit. It's definitely a long flight, this one, I will say. A lot longer than I was expecting, but like I say, it's not a terrible one overall. And then next weekend, possibly Sunday, I'll then do a full flight from Finland up in Ranta. I'll try and go to Stansted as my destination, really. Maybe do Lappeenranta to Berlin Schoenfeld, the easiest place to go to. And then Schoenfeld to Stansted, which bring me back into London. Guess a long way around Europe as well, going from Athens. So I flew from Stansted to Athens. Now I find it Lappeenranta, which is basically Ryanair's most northeastern airport. Before going back to the west. Welcome to Zach's stream. How you doing today? How you doing? There we go. So right hand turn again, and that puts us right onto a tailwind, which now basically push us the rest of the way to Finland. So in a couple of minutes, maybe a lot longer than that, maybe in an hour or so, we'll set up a start. Our approach into Lappeenranta, as well as think about our descent into the airport as well. Fortnite is way better than this game. I've never played Fortnite. I've never played any of those Battle Royale games. But hey, at least I enjoy this one. Fortnite I probably wouldn't get that much enjoyment out of. Bear in mind it's all pay to win and God knows what the community is like in that. Yeah, I much prefer this. Right, fuel lights on, meaning that center tank is now drained. So we'll switch off the fuel pumps for those. It does mean now that we've only our left and right tanks left to go. We've got about an hour and a half fuel left on board, half an hour fuel reserves. And carry it in about maybe about an hour till landing. About an hour until we arrive. checking the map now, we are over Poland. Actually flew quite close to Rzeszów. How far away were we from there? Because that's where I normally fly when I go to Poland. If we didn't fly that far away, then I'm surprised I missed out on that. So look up the points on the map and zoom in. We flew just to the west of it. Potentially would have seen it if I looked out the window at the right time. Good chance we could have seen that. Anyways, estimate time of the go 1 hour 18 minutes. Our ETA is now 1 hour 18 to go, so not very long at all. That's in Drawyah, Istanbul right now, bit over northern Germany. My route all the way to Finland, absolutely nothing. We are all in the clear at this point in time. I'll do a quick double check of the weather at Lappeenranta. 2 knots wind, 150. Clouds, fairly thick clouds in the area. It's 150 winds, which means we'd be approaching, yeah, ISO 6 sounds about right. In the approach, our arrival, I believe, is Arlom, yeah. So Arlo 1 Alpha, runway 06. That'll be our approach set up once we do come into land. So we've got a fair bit of cruise left to go. We don't have to descend for a little while until we get to Nitas and Ratsmoot. In fact, Earlot seems to be our top of descent start, so when's Earlot, sorry? That is page 5 of 7, so yeah, we've got at least another 5 pages to go of flight information before we even think about lowering our altitude. Welcome to stream Epic ET Gaming. How you doing today? Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. So how you doing this evening? All good? I'm not too bad myself. I'm not too bad. Back from work, kind of getting more into flow of things now, as I've been fairly bit busy last week, but it's not been too bad. How long's the flight? It's about 1 hour left of this flight now, I'd say. Double check the map. That'll give me the exact number. We land in 1 hour and 10 minutes. And how often do I stream? I try and stream every Saturday, but because I'm so busy on Saturdays these last couple of weeks, I've not been able to do as much as possible. But yeah, I do try and stream on Saturdays where possible. Saturdays and Sundays are my two main days. And the only reason I'm streaming today is because I've just not streamed at all in the last couple of weeks. I did want to get something out for you guys to enjoy, so I thought it's like a now or never kind of thing. Well, Monday's not exactly my most common. It's not exactly a great day for viewers for anyone, but it's just something to kind of pass time really. When I fly in another leg that I want to do for a little while now, coming up to Lappeenranta. Especially with virtual Ryanair, so it's nice to do this bit of route. Getting explained soon, yeah, good choice man, good choice. Explain 11 has really done a great job at kind of really upgrading the way flight simulators work as a whole. Explain 11, it's a very good platform, I do highly recommend. Welcome Captain Tailwind stream, how you doing today? How you doing? Hope all is good. Currently flying Infinite Flight. Infinite Flights, it's certainly not the best flight sim in the world, we'll be honest, but for what it is, I mean, it's a basic flight sim, one that a lot of people do use, so yeah, Infinite Flight, it's a great one for a mobile platform. Do I play on FSX? Not so much anymore, not so much. I used to do FSX quite a lot, but as time went on, I kind of just moved away from it, so I used to, but not much anymore, FSX. Do I have Discord server? Yes, I do. links in the description. You can join my Discord server. It's Drawyah. And yeah, we do a fair few chats over there. Got a few different like Discord groups, communities and whatnot. Mainly it's flight sim and train sim, but there's a few other things we do talk about on there as well. So yeah, if you're interested in your simming, then yeah, Drawyah Discord server, definitely worth going for. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Hope to see you around in chat very soon. So yeah, I do try and stay as active on it as possible. Not always like happening on there, but you never know. As time goes on, more people join it. It will definitely grow for sure. You know, the more the merrier. The more people will join it, the more likely we'll get more conversation going on there as well. Yeah, no worries, man. Talk to you in a bit. So, here we'll navigate to go. Airport is now only 400 miles away from us now. As we now start to cross the Polish border, as we have just crossed the Polish border into Estonia. Is that Estonia? No, it's not. Into Lithuania, sorry, Vilnius, Lithuania. Yes, Lithuania, Latvia, then Estonia. We pass through those 3 countries and then we arrive in Finland. Top descent will be over Estonia, although towards the northern border of it when we start to cross the Baltic Sea. Hello again, how you doing, man? How you doing? Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So, we are now within an hour of landing. Our ETA at this time now sits at 44 minutes, as we have entered Lithuanian airspace, and so we'll be landing in Lappeenranta very shortly. So now, yeah, over Lithuania, flying over Latvia and Estonia, and while in north of Estonia, we'll start our top of descent into the airport. Can I fly into Golf Pub Hotel? That's Prestwick, isn't it? Just to confirm. Home Airport, Echo, Golf Pub Hotel. I'm pretty sure that's Prestwick. Edinburgh, sorry. Edinburgh. I mean, I've done a couple of Edinburgh flights in the past, but you are right. It has definitely been a while since I last did that. Hang on, Prestwick's PR, isn't it? Yes, Golf Pub Rome, I do apologise. But, yeah, Edinburgh. Maybe next time I do a British Airways flight from Sissy to Dusseldorf, we'll make an unscheduled stopover. How does that sound? But, yeah, at some point I maybe will do a flight to Edinburgh. I don't know, from Stansted to... Yeah, good. Lappeenranta to Berlin, Berlin to Stansted, and then, yeah, maybe we'll do a Stansted to Edinburgh flight. So maybe in 2-3 weeks' time, if I can fit it in, because I've got a lot of real world travels to go on, a lot of work, couple of events I'm going to, plus I've got my actual real world pilot's license lesson going on one weekend as well. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks, but I'll see if I can fit that in for you. But yes, Edinburgh is definitely somewhere I've not been to in a little while, and so I should probably try and think of a way to stick it in at some point. What airline am I planning to work for? I won't be doing any airline work. No, I'm gonna do a PPL, but I won't do a CPP. I'm gonna stay within, stay as a private pilot. Chances of me going commercial are pretty much zero. I mean, there's no way I can afford it. If someone to pay for it, then maybe that would be a different story. But now, as it stands, I'm quite happy with just staying private for now, flying light aircrafts on around the UK. Plans to go commercial. Not bad. I mean, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, however young you are, depends what kind of like route you take. I mean, cheapest way we go via the Air Cadets. Learn to fly through that. If you can afford it, save up over time, whatnot, then you could also go into maybe like a aviation college. Some of those exist around the world. Depends on where you are exactly as well. And yeah, worst case scenario, you just buy a way into it. 15. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to presume you're in the US. It's quite late in the UK. So I could have a couple UK stragglers around. I mean, UK, best going to the Air Cadets, so that age, just kind of get a cheap way into it. But yes, requires a couple of years in like the Youth Air Force, but if that's what you're into, then that's fine. There are definitely a couple of options you can take up. In the UK, yes, fair enough. So, Air Cadets, basically. Yeah, I do recommend it. It is definitely worth going to. I wanted to do it myself, but never really happened for me, I'm afraid. But no, I still very much would recommend it. Yeah, no worries, man. Good talking to you. You're on the Discord server, so I'll definitely chat to you again in the future. Yeah, possibly see you in a future stream as well. Ooh, we get a bit of a push to the left now. Lappeenranta, about 320 miles now to go. Yeah, weather change there has definitely kind of pushed the aircraft to the side a bit. Though not a major one. It's not always the nicest thing to kind of go through when the weather changes in X-Plane 11. Especially as it can be quite harsh on the aircraft, and then the airflow around the aircraft is all simulated as well. So, to have the airflow disappear and reappear just like that, then yeah, it's not always the nicest way to keep the aircraft controlled. Just spotted the flight plan there. Oh, it's not a jump really, no, sorry, it's a long connection between top of the sail and actually going into the stars, no. That's fine then. I've just zoomed into the zoomed in on the PFD a little bit more compared to where the actual runway is. Not too far away now. We are half an hour away from landing. We start setting up the aircraft's approach information while I'm here. So 14130 knots, 1099.56. 109, that's the same as Stansted, isn't it? 1099. 109. Not a very difficult one to change to. 109.9, 109.9. And it's 56 on the PFD's courses. So again, not much of a change either, which is always appreciated. 32 to 56. Done. So once you do get closer to Lappeenranta, we're going to establish ourselves in the localizers and get ourselves keep an eye on the airspeed. We should be at 250 right now, but we are barely making 216. The wind isn't exactly against us. Ground speed is 435 knots, so it's not like the ground speed is much of a slowdown either. But we are definitely not quite making the speed. 99% throttle. It's not my spoilers around there or anything. How odd. The aircraft's not quite making its appropriate speed. It's not an altitude issue, I don't think. Oh yes, it is an altitude issue. We're at 36,000. Oh, not. We're at 37,000. Sorry, it's 980. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I'm slowing down then. I might find it more useful than send to 34,000, 35,000 even then. So yeah, that's 35,000. We nav, go to the init ref, index, perf, and set my cruise to 350. If possible. Invalid entry. Okay, maybe I can't then. I don't see why I couldn't, but hey, oh no, it says 350 now. So if I set my VNav, reset that, send a little bit, increase a bit of speed. You know, just down to the fact that the aircraft's not quite able to fly at 10,000 for a little bit longer. I hope that's the case, not something's wrong with the aircraft, but I don't think anything would be wrong. It might just be a weight thing. We're not too far away to landing, so sending a little bit shouldn't cause much of a problem for us. Yeah, 33 minutes till arrival. Down to 35,000. I'm starting to pick up speed now, so that seems to may have solved that for me. There we go, thousands to go. And we are flying a little bit more stable now as well. The angle of attack's not quite as bad now. Yeah, so the engines are now no longer at full throttle. They're just at a fairly high throttle setting, and we are making it to 40 knots now, so... yeah, as far as I'm aware, that may have solved it for us. Let's just hope it's a long-term fix. Although, fuel into Lappeenranta, I'm not expecting any problems with. We should be alright to land without any issues. Alright, so I'm going to zoom on the PFD once more. As we get close to our destination, we'll start ticking on that throughout. Top of descent is now updated again, so still at NITAS 336 from 350. Yeah, looks like the speed again. We aren't holding our altitude much. So no, our altitude's fine, it's our speed that we're not holding right now. Yeah, everything says they would be, so... I can't explain this one, I'm afraid. Not always. Yeah, our angle of attack's really taking the push for it. We may get down to 33. It's not a weight issue, and we've got plenty of fuel on board. Very strange. I mean, last time I had an issue like that, so I'm not calling it an issue just yet, but it's like, last time the aircraft flying like that, it was when I was going from Dublin somewhere to Poland. I think it may have been Wrocław. And yeah, basically the aircraft was just too heavy for the altitude. But unless the air is really thin up here, I don't think that's the case. I mean, actually are now maintaining 212 at least. So it's not like we're in any major trouble. Ooh, hang on, what's that? Traffic. Well, thank you for following on Twitch, man. Much appreciated. It's an aircraft right on my right hand side. Although I cannot see them. Where? Seriously, where are they? Come on, explain. You can't do that and then not show me an aeroplane. I mean, they should be right level to me, 2 miles to my right, and yet there's nothing. No lights. Nothing. I'm very concerned if X-Plane ever actually shows me the AI aircraft. I'll zoom out on the PFD again at least now, since I know there's no aircraft somewhere surrounding me. If I check the VATSIM map, I'm sure there'll be no aircraft near me anywhere. There I am, 11-7 Golf. Nope. No. Yeah, there's no aircraft anywhere near me. Something's just so messed up on this simulator, I don't know. X-Plane's never shown aircraft greats. Like I say, it's something that I've always been a bit disappointed by with this, but ain't nothing I can do about that really. One day, I'm sure we'll get a proper fix, but whether or not I'll live to see that day, we'll see. We're below 200 knots now. Welcome Thief Beast, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm going down to 3-3 now, because I just cannot keep this aircraft in this position right now. Perf 330. Bring it down by 2. And reset the VNav. By the time it gets towards descent again, I'm sure things will start to stabilise a little more. Top sense now, less than 40 miles, looking at that. Yeah, right on the NETAS point, so that'll be something to work on. I mean, like I say, it might just be the case that we are so far north, the pressure's so light, that there isn't enough airflow here to kind of maintain this altitude, so descending a little bit has kind of just allowed the aircraft to stabilise. Yeah, by descending as well, kind of gives us an extra little bit of speed. Push the aircraft up a bit. Alright, so aircraft to my left apparently. Gonna come in quite close. Although it doesn't exist. The south coast of Finland now visible. That'll actually be Helsinki out there. And I will soon start my descent. So if semi... What actually is my altitude meant to be at for transition into Lappeenranta? Runway is at... Well, it's 1,800 tarmac. It's about 1,500 I want this to be at. It's quite low established actually compared to most airports. Lappeenranta's not quite at low level altitude airport either, so it's probably enough for what it is, but it seems a little high. Sorry, it seems a little low for where it is. No, though it will be relative to ground, not so much the air. So if I do double quick with the weather at Lappeenranta, QNH is 1003. clouds overcast at 200 feet, although visibility is at 10 miles. So I'm expecting low clouds. Winds are 1 knot, 130, so winds are fine. There you go. So now at top of descent. And at this point, our management of speed and altitude is no longer a problem. Aircraft guide its own way down. And then from 10,000 feet, I need to start managing everything manually. Yeah, it won't even tell me to use the spoilers at this point because it just doesn't know what it's doing. There you go, engine's still at 90%, although now dropping as we have reached our scheduled, at least our indicated speed is required. ETA 2233, about 10 minutes now out for landing. Alright, does it tell me to use drag yet? Not yet. So it will continue as it is. Passing through 18,000 now. Still no drag. That's fine because we're still quite below speed. But yeah, we'll start going through the manual setup in a moment. Passing through 15,000 now. 150. At 9,000 we'll be changing over to Q&H, which will be the guiding for the runway. We'll see the Finnish scenery below us now, or at least we can a bit. Bear in mind Finland is basically a rural country with some lights dotted around wherever. Alright, 11,000. Now we should, if all goes to plan, yeah, down to 240. No need for spoilers just yet either. The aircraft's doing a good job at slowing itself down at a ridiculous rate. Unless the drag on this aircraft has gone up a lot. Something almost does feel amiss with this. Right, passing through 10,000 in the moment. We have connected to the runway now. We're actually not that far away from it, I must say. We're a little closer than I expect, actually. Flaps down 1. Landing lights, landing lights set. Flaps 2. Spoilers armed. Just slow the aircraft down as much as possible. We're 20 miles away from landing now, so full focus onto our current position. Altimeter set. Now it drops a few hundred feet as well. Although steep descent rate doesn't help us much with the slowdown. There you go, Lappeenranta. Now trying to show itself from distance. The low altitude cloud that's kind of hiding it at the moment. And we are starting to level off slightly more now, so our speed will start to drop off and carry on using our flaps, slow ourselves down. We also have the choice of landing gear, that will add more drag. There we go, that's looking much more normal now. Spoilers actually get rid of as well. Yeah, so the weather is definitely pushing the aircraft a slight bit. Well, that being said, it's not detecting any wind at the moment, so... Why am I making such a hard right turn right now? I actually can't explain. Oh gosh, what is going on right now? Okay, autopilot's disconnected. That's just weird. We can't turn right at all. I don't like that a lot, let me tell you that. Another stage of flaps. Like flaps, that's very strange. We'll take it manually then at this point on, since runway ain't too far away. I'll go to the landing flaps now. The aircraft will manage my speed at 146. Needs to be at 141 for landing. That will set. But yeah, ailerons. I mean, if I leave it level, we are pushing to the left like crazy. We are struggling to make this right-hand turn. We'll have to put some rudder in actually, I think, as well. Just to keep kicking the aircraft up. There we go. Alright, we're below the glide slope. But... we are supposedly flying level now. Keep it level. I don't like this very much. I'm not sure how low we are. All I know is that the runway will come out of us nowhere. very soon. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I cannot keep the aircraft going right at all. Something is up with this aircraft and its flight service, and I don't quite know what. Talk about a last second recovery. No idea where the airport is. Flying through a cloud again, so that doesn't help. Flying on autopilot does not help at all either. Right, kicking the rudder in full has given the aircraft some stability. That's fine. Runway's in sight. Good lord, am I going to do this? I am stupid enough to, so yeah, let's give this landing a go, shall we? Yes, we're a little low on the glide slope. And this is going to be probably quite a hard landing. Don't know why I'm chatting that, but hey, 331. Woo. Gosh, I have no idea what to think about that. Other than our aircraft was no way near operating as much as I wanted it to. 213 feet per minute landing, 374 tells me here, so I'm not going to complain about the landing rate, but man, that aircraft was no way operating as it should do. I don't have the damage things turned on, so it's not like the aircraft flaps ripped off. That would be the case. If I use Shift N on the wings, the flaps should both be down as required. Yes, they are. Very odd. But hey, welcome to Lappeenranta. Stabilizer trimmed all the way back up to nose up. This aircraft knows something was going wrong, but yeah, I've got no clue at all what that was about. But hey, we landed. We didn't crash, in the very least. And even if the winds were currently at 0 knots, the entire thing. Very odd. Very odd. Welcome, Ben. How you doing? Parking brake set. How's my day? Not too bad. Not too bad. Coming up to the very end of this stream. Like, we are now seconds away from it ending. But, yeah, other than that, all pretty good. All pretty good. Right, AP is now stabilising, so I'll shut off the engine. Whoops. By the time the whoops. Okay, that's still starting up. Yeah, if we cut power now to the engines, and then by the time that the APU starts up, we can just bring power straight onto that. Problem is, I think I may have shut off the APU there. Yes, I have. Let's just go straight into the GPU. Right, lighting as set. No need for that or that. And if we go to the doors, it should now be unlocked. Yes, they have. Forward cargo, it's bringing the services, and let's bring this flight to an end. Now, what aircraft do you want to see the most in the X-Plane 11? A 737-400 maybe. That's about the only thing I can think about right now. The next plane's got a pretty nice amount of aircraft for me. No real complaints, like anything major missing. Forward cargo will open up, and then the rest we should open as well once that's all arrived. Stairs there. About 340. I'm not really much of an Airbus pilot, so I wouldn't really fly an A340 much. There was a freeware one that was like showing its face for a little while, but then it kind of just disappeared over time. I'm not really sure what happens to that aircraft actually. But yeah, 340 is not quite my type of aircraft to fly, so will I play OMC London? You will play OMC London, or will you play OMC London? You try and say that. I mean, there's the OMC Adam London. There's the South London routes that sounded a little couple of years ago, which was left-hand, so it was a right-hand drive map. I didn't quite enjoy. Then there was the original OMC Adam London, the South London project, which is very good. I do recommend. I do have it, although you can't get it anymore. And then you've got the OMC Adam London, which nobody knows what's going on with that at the moment. I mean, I have got OMC Adam London, sorry, South London project, as it was known back then, but I don't really fly it much, to say the least. At least I don't use it much. I mean, it's kind of a bit of an odd around, I guess, to say. But if they ever do release the OMC Adam London, then yeah, for sure, I'll give that a really good run for its money, actually. But if it ever does, we have our doubts. We have our doubts. When's my next stream? Probably on Sunday. Almost definitely going to be on Sunday, because Saturday I'm out all day, so yeah, we'll see what happens on Sunday, really. Anyways, I think now will be a good time to end it there. So thank you all very much for watching tonight. Do leave a like if you did enjoy it. Do subscribe as well. Does help the channel out. I'm sure I'll see you in the near future. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye and good night.